telling you, I want you to buy up all the James Bond 007 silver commemoratives and all of the upcoming Superman commemorative silver coins. I want to corner the market, okay? Yeah, hop on the phone right now. Get on a horn. Let's go ahead and make it happen, all right? Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Ridge Silverhound. You didn't hear any of that, did you? Anyways, the topic of conversation for this video is one I get a lot of questions of. I'm trying to figure out why. And it's actually an interesting subject. And it's going to revolve around these hyper low mintage commemorative coins that are being sold by a lot of worldwide mints. All right, the Royal Canadian Mint, the Royal Mint, what else? Perth Mint, I don't know. I'm missing a whole bunch of them. But these mints have been capitalizing on a market that at one point was extremely blistering hot. And the real question is today, should you trust or buy in to any of these new low mintage commemorative coins? All right, so in case you're wondering exactly what in the world I'm talking about, what kind of coins we're talking about, I want you to take a second to look at this coin. I'm going to flash on the screen here for you. There you go. She's a beaut, Clark. What do you think? Anyways, this coin right here made some serious headlines about 9 years ago. I remember when this coin first came out, it was hot, like H-O-T-T hot. This coin right here was the talk of the town. Now, keep in mind, these silver commemoratives have been out for a while. You know, the colorized and the ones with holograms, and you know, there are other ones with various other bits of technology and cool engraving. But this coin right here introduced a benchmark of just quality and just how ridiculous a mint can go. It's incredible. So the coin that you see here is the 2011 Mongolian Mint Ural. U-R-A-L. I hope I got that correct. Now this one right here features the two really cool gems for its eyes on the front of the coin. And just take a look at the engraving. It is spectacular. I fell in love with this coin. Unfortunately, because of the pricing, this thing was well out of reach. A few other things that you need to know about this coin. It's part of the Endangered Wildlife series. There were actually a few other coins that were introduced along with the Ural Owl. It is 1 ounce of silver, and it has a paltry mintage of only 2,500 pieces. So, as you could guess, it was quite the insane release. I remember these coins had an issue price of like $300. Maybe I'm off, but it was like expensive for a commemorative coin, and it sold just like that. So, yeah, it's just everything about the coin just really set off this new kind of benchmark within the industry and within the mint system. All the worldwide mints had to be on board with stuff looking like this. But this is a coin that at one point, not graded, sold for, I think, $2,000, somewhere around there on the secondary market. Now, because it was a evolution, or, you know, it might have been a revolutionary change in how these U.S. mints viewed commemoratives, it just seemed like that everybody else had to follow suit. With that being said, okay, 9 years later, here we are, and every single mint in the world is doing something crazy, exciting. To make matters worse, a lot of the coins feature absolutely minuscule mints. So I own very few specialty premium commemorative coins You guys have seen this one before. My wife actually got this one for Christmas for me. Originally purchased for, I believe, $70, but there you go. That's what it's a freaking seashell, guys, and it looks just like one. There is actually a colorized version of this same coin that is available. Now, on the back of the coin, it looks like a regular coin, you know, with the actual crest and, you know, Fiji. It says Fiji on there, $2 face value. Theoretically, you could go and spend this, but it ain't happening. Here's a little insert. Check out the mintage. How much does it say? 1,000 pieces. It's in reverse. Sorry. Because I have the camera backwards. 1,000 pieces. And even still to this day, it's about worth close to issue price. So that's one example where something so stunning like that comes out to not being the best, greatest investment, because I think that's where a lot of people try and buy into the system of these specialty commemorative coins. Is one, the mintages are ridiculous. Some of them are as low as 25 to 50. I've seen it before. And second of all, some of these like off the wall commemoratives, like the ones from Niue, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Tuvalu, Samoa, which I have an example of right here. See, that's a Samoa right there. A few others. I mean, you can't, there is no actual mint website that you could go and purchase it. A lot of these mints have contracts with various dealers and retailers. For example, there are certain coins that you could only get on Modern Coin Mart's website. So there's a lot of exclusivity involved. Okay, so here's the big issue. Buying these coins secondary market automatically, because they're not available at a mint website, except maybe the Royal Canadian Mint has a great website where you can buy some of these items. But generally, when they get to a Modern Coin Mart, they're going to go and grade them, and they're going to come back, they're mint state 70 and all this great stuff, and they're going to ask a huge, ridiculous premium on these coins. All right. Should you buy in? Trick question, because it's a huge trap, man. It is a ridiculous trap. And I know a lot of people are kind of like, ooh, man, I got to get me one of those. There's only a mintage of 388. You're like, what are you talking about? Well, here's another coin I'm going to flash on the screen for you. This coin is awesome, by the way. Yeah, look how crazy it gets. This is an actual coin dated 2020. This is a Tuvalu 5-ounce silver Guan Yu commemorative. Okay, he's the famous Chinese warrior of ancient lore. This one features colorization, as you can see on the front of the coin, and it's also got an antiqued finish. How cool is that? 5 ounces of silver, quad 9 fine. 388 mintage. Holy crap, that's small. As you can see, you got Guan Yu on the front of the coin holding his famous green dragon crescent blade. This coin is really cool. Here's the question. Would you buy this on the secondary market for $500? Yeah, that's right, $500 stinking dollars. You know, to some it sounds like a reasonable kind of ask. Again, only 388 of these in the world, all right? But is it a trap? Now, the reason why I bring that particular phrase up is that we also have to look at the mints, all right? They, like I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, they are capitalizing on a hot secondary market where they're trying to kind of pawn off, I guess, some exclusive coins, all right? But if you look back in the last 10 years, you will find that these specialty mints, they're actually worldwide mints. These are monetary instruments with an actual face value that you could use. They're cranking out dozens of different commemoratives every year. Okay, to make matters worse, some of these coins, remember the Castaway seashell that I had shown you earlier? Well, guess what? They have a couple different variants of that coin. Like I had mentioned, this one right here is the antiqued with a small mintage of 1,000 pieces. There's also a colorized version. I think there's even another type with a different fractional amount of silver in it. It's actually a really small, cute little seashell. But there you go. There's all sorts of different variants of the same coin. Like the coin I had outlined, the Guan Yu silver 5-ouncer, okay? I believe that's the only coin that exists with that design and that particular finish. I don't think they have any other finishes or colorized variants that they had made, but you can't say that same thing with a lot of the other coins, all right? So if you were to look on eBay, because eventually they all end up on there, or if you went on to some of these exclusive retailer sites like Modern Coin Mart, APMEX, a few of the, I guess, more traditional silver retailers, you'll see that a lot of the coins not only are A, graded, but B, there are a multitude of different finishes, variants, different mintages, different compositions, different weights of the PMs are actually in the coins. There are like 1/4 ounces, there's 2 ounces, 2 and 7, 8 and 10 ounces, and all this other stuff. But yeah, that's where we're at, okay? And to kind of elaborate more on why I say it's a trap is that, number one, they are constantly cranking out so many different types of commemoratives in all different ranges. It wouldn't be out of the question that they cranked out at least 100 different designs throughout the year. Okay, it's a bloodbath of variety out there. You just have to pick what's best for you. The variations and all the different types of finishes, proof finishes, reverse, blah, 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 all the way up and down the spectrum. Another thing also to take into consideration with these commemorative coins is that the subject matter is like a huge X factor with these. Okay, so right now there's a huge emphasis on the 75th anniversary of V for Victory, for the end, the effective end of World War II. A lot of the mints are cranking out some of these neat looking commemorative coins. All right, they're not selling as well as, say, some of these other ones, which have more kind of like across the board A to Z type of appeal. And some of those examples are comic book characters. Like, you know, there's like a Batman coin, there's Spider-Man, Superman, Wonder Woman, colorized, reverse proof, and they're all sexy. I mean, oh my gosh, if you were a coin geek aficionado, then those might work out for you. But they consistently crank out different artworks, different types of variants, I guess, of the image artwork on these. They become less special. Furthermore, aside from the comic book characters, they also do like Disneyana is what, that's an actual thing, Disneyana, where they put like Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse on these, and you know, not only are they appealing to the coin crowd, but they're also taking business from the Disney crowd as well, because that is such a huge dedicated audience. And there you go. It's like, whew. But we have seen over the course of the last 10 years, the Ural Owl that I showed you, okay, has dropped down in value considerably. Okay, there is right now on eBay an NGC Mint State 70 antiqued by NGC, I thought I made that clear, that is up for sale for $1,350. Keep in mind, this is a coin that's sold for double that. But you can see just the effect of the saturation of the market has brought down some of these marquee coins from 10 years ago down to a level where, you know, they're either not wanted or they're more trying to fire sale them, which stinks. You don't ever want to see that. But we've seen a lot of the sales flatline. You buy it for $90 issue price, they will stay flat. They're not going to enhance in value. That's the trap. Buying into them thinking that you could turn around and flip it and make 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the money, when in reality, a lot of them stay flat. They flatline. And just do the research yourself, guys. Go online. There is what I like to call the honeymoon period. Like if there's a really smooth, hot release, you know, like a new Dark Knight Batman release from one of these worldwide mints, and it's got like a mintage of like 500 pieces, they know they're going to sell out of them, and they're just going to be disappearing from the market. The honeymoon period is usually 60 to 90 days, okay, where they will garner a considerable premium on the secondary market, but that is few and far between, ladies and gentlemen. I have done all the research in the world here in the last 12 months to let you guys know that, you know, it's a just really rare event in you know, secondary market numismatics. But yeah, keep in mind, you buy it because you love it. Okay, don't buy these because you feel like you're going to get rich off of them. There are people that do that, do extremely well. Obviously, third-party retailers are doing really well because they have the contracts. They are the beneficiaries, but you as a collector get to be that one individual that gets to own the example of that one coin. And it's going to be a virtual Pokemon collect them all scenario. And that's where they get you. That is where they get you. So guys, I'm telling you, buy these things because you like them. Do not buy them with the prospect of seeing these things being worth millions of dollars 20 years from now, because it just won't happen. The market is saturated. We have a lot of wallet fatigue going on right there because of the saturation of the specialized commemorative market. Just a word of precaution. So anyways, I am going to get to so I could buy out all of these new James Bond coins. Not really. I'm not doing that. No. They're cool, you know, in that 1970s Sean Connery kind of way, but I'm not doing that. I was just yanking on your guys' chain because it's so easy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. But yes, I am. I'm your host, Sean with BlueRidgeSilverhound. As always, guys, thank you for joining on this video on the market of specialty commemorative silver coins. Yeah, I always use better judgment when you're going into these things because you could end up not really feeling too well after paying through the nose for something, and value goes down or it just flatlines. That could be a tough situation. As always, like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. Ding! Hit that bell for instant notifications, so that way you can get first-hand access to all the newest swaggy video content from yours truly. Boom! This guy right here delivers the coin goods as good as anyone else. So anyways, the silliness is over. No, I did not smoke something before the episode, in case you're wondering. But anyways, you guys take care. Love you guys. Thank you for all the views and support. And I'll see you on the next coin video. Coinaholics. Peace out, man. Yeah.